What's up, Dawg Pound? Before we jump into this major update on Deshaun Watson's contract restructure and what it means for the future of the Browns, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Trust me, you won't want to miss these breaking updates as we head into the offseason. Alright, let's break it down. The Browns made waves on Friday by announcing another restructure of Deshaun Watson's controversial contract. You remember the deal, 5 years, $230 million, fully guaranteed. It was shocking when it happened in 2022, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. But why this latest move? Let's unpack the strategy behind it and what it signals for the franchise. According to contract expert Michael Giannitti from Spotrac, this restructure is all about preparing for the future. By adding additional void years to the end of Watson's deal, the Browns were able to convert his base salary into signing bonuses. This spreads up the massive cap hits through the 2030 season and gives Cleveland a little breathing room to maneuver financially. But, and here's the kicker, it also means Watson will almost certainly remain on the roster for at least 2 more seasons. Now, some of you might be thinking, why not just cut ties now? Here's the problem, the dead cap hit would be astronomical. Releasing Watson before 2026 would cripple the team's ability to build a competitive roster. So, like it or not, this restructure essentially locks him in until then. Let's talk numbers. In 3 years with Cleveland, Watson has played 19 games and posted a 9-10 record as a starter. This season, before his Achilles injury in Week 7, he was 1-6, with just 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in 7 games. To say it's been a rough tenure so far would be an understatement. And that Achilles injury? It's a tough one to come back from. We've seen other quarterbacks, like Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, struggle to return to their peak form after similar injuries. There's a lot of doubt about how effective Watson can be moving forward. Add to that his off-the-field controversies and the 11-game suspension he served in 2022, and you've got a player whose time in Cleveland has been anything but smooth. The fan reaction? Let's just say it's been intense. Social media has lit up with frustration. Many fans were hoping this restructuring meant the Browns were preparing to part ways with Watson. Instead, the move confirms he'll be around for at least 2 more seasons. For a franchise desperate for stability at quarterback, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But there's a silver lining, or at least a potential one. This restructuring gives the Browns flexibility to start planning for the future. With the way this season is going, Cleveland is likely to end up with a top 5 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. That's a prime opportunity to draft a young quarterback on a rookie deal, someone the team can develop while Watson finishes out his contract. So, what's the takeaway? This move buys the Browns some time and cap space, but it's not without its costs. The front office is clearly trying to balance immediate needs with long-term planning, but fans are understandably frustrated. Watson's performance hasn't justified the investment so far, and his injury only adds more uncertainty. Now it's your turn, Dawg Pound. What do you think about this move? Is it the right call to restructure Watson's deal and keep him on the roster for the next 2 seasons? Or should the Browns have cut their losses, even if it meant taking a huge cap hit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's talk about what's really going on with Garrett, the front office, and how LeBron James has played a role in all of this. Myles Garrett isn't holding back. The reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year has made it clear he wants a blueprint for winning and isn't interested in sticking around for a rebuild. This isn't just about football, it's about legacy, and Garrett has leaned on one of the best to ever do it, LeBron James. Represented by Rich Paul's Clutch Sports, just like LeBron, Garrett spent part of the offseason working out with the NBA legend. They didn't just talk about fitness, they discussed greatness, winning championships, and, most importantly, how to use their platforms to drive change. Garrett revealed that LeBron's advice gave him the confidence to publicly call out the Browns' leadership last week. I mean, LeBron for sure, Garrett said. He's seen everything on the sports side of it, and his advice has been very valuable. Him, his team, and just being able to be around them has been very useful these last couple of years. Using my platform and my voice to benefit myself and my team has been crucial. And Garrett isn't just talking. He's already had conversations with the Browns' upper management. After stating publicly that he wants to see a winning plan for 2025, someone from the front office approached him. While he didn't reveal exactly who it was, Garrett confirmed that these weren't just casual chats. They wanted to see where my head was at and what I was thinking, he explained. They're trying to keep things in-house, but we still have room for discussion at the end of the year. Garrett isn't alone in his stance. Joel Bitonio, one of the team's longest-tenured players, has also said that the Browns' ability to contend in 2025 will influence whether he retires. And let's not forget the news about Deshaun Watson's restructured contract, which ensures he'll be back for the 2025 season. The pressure is on the Browns to deliver a clear plan to win, and Garrett's comments have added to that urgency. But how do his teammates feel about him speaking out? Garrett says he hasn't heard much pushback. I think they want to know what's coming next as well, he said. Everyone's kind of feeling the same way. This is uncharted territory for Garrett. Early in his career, he didn't feel like he had the platform to speak up, especially during that infamous 0-16 season. But now, as a future Hall of Famer and the face of the Browns' defense, his voice carries significant weight. I feel like, as time went by, I was able to earn that position, Garrett said. I don't think anyone comes in with that kind of respect or platform. As we started winning games, I enabled myself to speak up in certain positions. I use this platform for certain things and use my opportunities upstairs to speak with upper management. So, what's next for Garrett and the Browns? Sunday's home finale against the Dolphins is just around the corner, but the bigger question is what happens after the season. Will the Browns present a winning blueprint that satisfies Garrett and Bitonio? Or are we looking at major changes in the offseason? Now it's your turn, Dawg Pound. What do you think of Garrett's bold stance? Do you agree that the Browns need to step up and prove they can contend in 2025? Or should players focus on the field and leave the planning to the front office? Myles Garrett shocked the fan base last week when he suggested he might consider his future with the Browns if the team goes into a full rebuild this offseason. That bold statement sparked conversations across the league, and it didn't take long for his teammates to chime in. One of those teammates, Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward, has spent 6 years alongside Garrett, and he made it clear where he stands. Ward didn't just defend Garrett's comments, he shared the same competitive fire and hunger for a championship. I'm ready to win as well, Ward said on Thursday. We're competitors and winners, and we're just looking to try and find a way to the top. We're just looking for how to get there. It's no secret that Ward and Garrett share a unique bond. Drafted in back-to-back years, these two have been pillars of the Browns' defense. Garrett was the number 1 overall pick in 2017, and Ward followed as the 4th overall pick in 2018. Together, they've been a force on the field, racking up Pro Bowl appearances and delivering countless game-changing plays. And let's not forget Garrett's latest achievement. Last week, during the game against the Bengals, he became the youngest player in NFL history to record his 100th career sack. Taking down Joe Burrow to hit 100.5 sacks is just another milestone in Garrett's growing Hall of Fame resume. Ward's comments reflect a shared frustration among players who are tired of waiting for the ultimate success. Garrett wants a clear path forward, and Ward echoes that sentiment. They're not just here to play, they're here to win. So, what does this mean for the Browns? It's clear that the team's core players are hungry for more. Will the front office step up and provide the plan these stars are demanding? Or will the franchise face tough questions about keeping their top talent? All right, Dawg Pound, now it's your turn. What do you think of Denzel Ward's reaction? Do you agree with him and Garrett that it's time for the Browns to show they're ready to contend? And before you go, hit that like button and subscribe for more Browns updates. Go Browns!